It has been nearly 7 years inside the other world. Goku has continued his training, of course, pushing the multipliers of all of his forms as high as he can, as he can train all day and all night if he wants, not needing the need to eat or sleep. But he does eat because he really likes it. Well, this what if story will take a drastic turn, and you'll see very soon, as this will be a couple of months before the Buu arc will officially begin, when Goku was given 24 hours by Baba to come see his friends, and that is of course where it all kicks off for Majin Buu to be born. Goku was enjoying his time in the other world, as he has already learned about the fusion dance, and he's pretty much got Super Saiyan 3 down to a pat. Though it's still a brand new form, by this point, Master Super Saiyan, or normal Super Saiyan if you want, is at around a 200 times multiplier, which is really strong. So it's already twice the strength of Super Saiyan 2, about half the strength of Super Saiyan 4, or Super Saiyan 3. Well, with Goku here, with Super Saiyan 2, I think that Super Saiyan 2 easily is as strong as Super Saiyan 3 by this point, and that's lowballing it. Super Saiyan 2 could have a multiplier of 400 or even higher. I think that Super Saiyan 3, since Goku's training in it, has actually pushed the form to be over 800, which is really powerful. It's twice the strength out of Super Saiyan 3, which is a big difference if you really think about it. But he's still kind of not used to Super Saiyan 3. It does have a draining issue, but he's still dead, so he can kind of rely on it. But he knows that if he is brought to the living, his body won't be as used to it as it originally is. His body's not as durable as it is while he's dead. Well, Goku was doing his normal thing, training on King Kai's world, before King Yama would then call Goku begging for help. Goku did notice that the sky looked different. There was a bunch of like red jelly beans everywhere. They're like giant beans all over the sky. And the air is red. Something feels off. He could just feel pure evil. King Yama would then freak out and tell Goku that he needs help. Goku would then fly towards King Yama's place, next to Pikkon. They would realize that King Yama's place was completely engulfed by this strange material. Goku said it's almost like a giant jelly bean. You wonder if he could lick it if it tastes good. Pikkon would then hit his headset on to focus, and King Yama explains that, let me tell you what happened. Well, a few moments prior, a young man was sitting there cleaning right by the stables. Now, this machine holds all of the negative ki and evil from hell. This also kind of cleans out the pollution of hell, and it's also used as a device to kind of keep hell tame. Well, he realizes that it overflows, and it breaks while he's not paying attention. And in return, he was engulfed by it. And now, he would then begin transforming into the creature that we all know, Janemba. Now, Goku would land down in hell, as he would then take his place over Pikkon. Goku was able to win this one, as Pikkon would then find a way to try and break out of this weird shell to save King Yama. Goku would then fight Janemba. Now, Janemba is so powerful that he can just open dimensional portals like they're nothing, like that's his whole thing. Well, he's causing everything to be unbalanced. Otherworld, the demon realm, hell, everything is just falling apart because of Janemba. That's how powerful this being is. Janemba is just pure evil. He's destroying everything. And other people on Earth would then realize it. Gohan would then realize that Frieza's still alive. Even Cell is still alive, but he's in his second form. And etc. Well, all the Z Fighters would then begin fighting the old adversaries, but they would handle them pretty easily. Gohan has also been keeping up his training. Now, Goten is still around this time. Goku still got with Chi-Chi, so yes, Goten is still born. So Goten is still 7 years old. So yeah, Goten's still pretty powerful too. Since Gohan's training, Goten is training with his older brother. And yeah, Goten got pretty powerful. Now, as for Vegeta and them, he's doing his normal thing, training hard. So yes, they are fighting the other characters. Now, back to Goku and Janemba. Well, Goku would then get serious, powering up into Super Saiyan 2, but a lot of his attacks are not really doing too much against Janemba. He's kind of brushing them off. Now, Goku was faring much better than he did originally, as then Goku would then get serious. Goku would then use the full power of Super Saiyan 2, and he would then overpower Janemba, badly wounding him, punching right through him, right to the ground, and Goku thought that was over. Well, Pikkon would also then realize that if you say mean things to it, it would also shatter this weird glass, small piece by piece. And now he would then start yelling insults nonstop. As for Goku, Goku would then see that Janemba was changing, and it was not good. Janemba would then transform into his true power. Goku did not like the feel of this. The fight would then begin. As Goku was still in Super Saiyan 2, he handled very well, similar to how the original fight between Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Janemba went, which is one of the best fight scenes in all of Dragon Ball history. If you've never seen it, go look at it. But Goku was getting overpowered, especially when Janemba got his sword. Each slash was opening a new dimension. That's how powerful it was. And yes, I'm also increasing Janemba's power in terms of his dimensional abilities. I thought it was really cool how he could do that. Now imagine he can slash it up like how Goku Black does, but not timeline-ish. It's more bending the dimensions. He can just cut right through them. That's what Janemba was doing. Goku would then stream and power up, turning into a Super Saiyan 3. The fight would be more intense now since Goku's twice as strong as he originally was. He would actually be able to push Janemba pretty well, but Janemba was still toying with him. Janemba was not at his full power at all. Janemba was holding back. But Goku was able to fare really well. Janemba would then do a massive slash with his sword, sending Goku through one of the dimensions, as Goku would then land in the Demon Realm. Now that Goku was in there, he would then look around and be confused as where he was, but Janemba was right there on his tail, going right after him. Goku would continue fighting him, but Goku was getting overpowered. Janemba was just way too strong. But before Goku was killed, a powerful kick would then send Janemba to multiple rock faces on the ground. There was a being wearing a demonic royal outfit with a cloak on top. Goku would ask, "Who are you?" He feels like he's seen him before. The man would then pull the cloak back, and it's none other than Bardock. It's the Bardock that we all know and love. He's there. Bardock would then help his son up, and he would smirk at his son, telling him that he's been expecting him coming. He's foreseen it. As there's a lot that Bardock can explain to Goku, but he has a very short time. As Janemba was still dazed, he was starting to get up from the attack. Bardock would then tell his son briefly that when he stood up to Frieza all those years ago, and Frieza hit them with the supernova, he woke up in a different time. He fought one of Frieza's ancient ancestors, and he unlocked Super Saiyan on his own. Bardock was hundreds, not thousands of years behind. He didn't know what to do. Bardock would then make it his vengeance to then go after all of Frieza's family, even his ancient ancestors, and he nearly killed them all, but a few escaped. Bardock would die of old age, but he did a lot of good to help around the universe the best that he could. And when he died, King Yemma gave him a chance. He gave Bardock his own physical body back. But Bardock was still sent to hell for his actions, but he did have his full body, which Bardock was thankful for. Bardock would then have visions of his son, his whole future, even past this. He even saw the events of Daima, and he knew how dangerous the Demon Realm was. So, Bardock, through all these years, remember, this is hundreds and hundreds of years before, found his way into the Demon Realm. And he already had his foresight. He already knew what to expect. He knew what was coming. Bardock would then take care of most of the demons here, especially the ones that were causing problems, that were going to especially cause problems for him. Now, I know some people might question, well, what about Deborah? Well, Deborah is actually not with Babidi. Deborah has actually been killed by Bardock. Deborah is dead. So Babidi never actually got Deborah originally. Now, we don't know officially when he actually did get Deborah. It could have been hundreds of years, could have been thousands of years before. But I would like to assume that it's pretty recent. So, Babidi did take Deborah, and this is almost 1,000 years difference. So yeah, Deborah is dead. So Babidi does not have Deborah, but he has plenty of other servants that he can use, no problem. Well, Bardock was able to take over the Demon Realm. And with the help of Neva, who was an ancient Namekian, Neva's power helped Bardock defeat the Demon Realm. And Bardock, with his power, was able to become the new king of the Demon Realm. True, he's not a demon, but he was bestowed powers of one. Goku was confused, as now they were starting to run out of time. Bardock would then put his hand on Goku's shoulder and tell him how proud he is of his growth, and that he has so much more to live. He's foreseen it all. To where he is now, he'll be in the realm of the gods one day. And he will make the Saiyan race proud. And Bardock tells him that he has a gift that he learned from Neva. A power that can be passed on from one being to another. Bardock has this power, and he's going to give it to his son. Bardock explains that when you are given this power, use it for good things. Embrace where you came from. Bardock would then turn into red energy, fusing into Goku's body. As it was almost as if Bardock became living energy itself and he unlocked Goku's hidden potential. As then, Goku would then transform. Janemba would then get up as it was confused on what was happening. It was a massive explosion of energy. Goku would then put his hand on the rock and lift himself up, as he was now a Super Saiyan 4. The Daima version. Goku would then look at his massive hands as he was confused, but this power was incredible. He never thought this was possible. But he thanked his father for it. And he'll make him proud, and he'll do his best to stop Janemba. Janemba was furious, as Janemba would then send a massive slash towards Goku, cutting through the dimension once again. Goku would easily dodge this attack, as Janemba would then charge right in at Goku, tackling them through that dimensional rift, sending them back where they originally were, under King Yama's place, where Pikkon was just starting to get through. Pikkon was shocked to sense Goku's power, and it was incredible. Goku would then look at his hands, and he would begin powering up. Everybody on Earth can also sense this, especially Gohan and the others. They can sense Goku's power, and they think, what's his power? It must be my dad or something. And this would even shock Vegeta. Goku's new to this form, but he will do everything he can to defeat this being. Janemba had no chance against this version of Goku. He was way too powerful. Goku easily outclassed him in every single way. And he explains that beings like Janemba need to be destroyed. They're nothing but pure evil. Janemba would then roar in anger, as Goku would then hold a ball of pure energy above his hand. And he would then throw it right through Janemba as he tried punching Goku, but it did nothing. And with a demonic explosion, it would kill Janemba. Now that the evil was dissipated, things would start returning to normal in Hell, as the young teenager was then brought back, as he would then run away. Goku would then laugh a little bit, as now he was completely defeated, fixing all of the dimensions, and everything was back to normal. The other world and Earth and Hell was all fixed. Goku now has a few months to try to learn this power. Now, we don't know the full power of this form, or how they're going to retcon it by making it not accessible, or how they're going to do it. It could just be that it's only usable in the demon realm because of the demonic power. But for my what-if purposes, I think that Goku can use it whenever he wants. Why not? Give him the form. Well, the next few months would then pass, and the story would then continue on just like before, with Goku meeting his friends. After giving 24 hours with Baba's help, Goku would be excited to see all of his friends and to take down Majin Buu. And now, of course, we know that Majin Buu would come in a little short, as Goku was excited to see his whole family. Chi-Chi was so excited to show Goten to Goku, and Vegeta still had some disdain, but he wondered what that power was. Was that actually Kakarot? Well, most of the beginning would happen the same, with Piccolo seeing the Supreme Kai before and being terrified, and etc. The Supreme Kai would have did what he did before, explaining about Majin Buu and Babidi, but he does need their help. Well, there is one difference that could happen here, is would Gohan still have his energy taken? I think yes, because they don't know where his ship actually is. So Gohan, I think, would still see Videl get beat up by Spopovich. This would then cause Gohan to get angry, and we could see Gohan going Super Saiyan, even Super Saiyan 2. Now, Gohan kept his training up during these 7 years, so he's only gotten way stronger because he has more motivation from his father telling him to keep training. So Gohan didn't really stick to just being a bookworm for 7 years and getting rusty. So yeah, Gohan is really, really, really powerful. So when Gohan did have his energy tank and Babidi does get his energy, they would then find the ship. Now, Buu's energy was almost completely full. That's pretty much everything that Babidi almost needed. Now, of course, there's one difference though. There's no Deborah. Since remember the events of what happened in the Demon Realm, Bardock killed Deborah even before Babidi even met him. So yeah, Deborah's gone. So what's Babidi gonna do? Well, Babidi does have somebody under his spell. And that's his right-hand man. Now, Goku and the others would arrive just like before, and in my opinion, what would happen here is I think we would see a very interesting character arrive. And this character is none other than King Cold. Yes, King Cold is here. Now, people were shocked to see this, as how is this even possible? Now, okay, hold on. Before people freak out. How is King Cold alive? Didn't Trunks technically kill Mecha Frieza and King Cold? How does that make any sense? How is King Cold alive? Well, while the events of Janemba, while he was doing all his things causing chaos, and King Cold was technically allowed on the living world on Earth, Babidi found the most powerful person near there. Now, mind you, of course, he could have gotten Cell if he wanted, or somebody else, but no. Cell was not able to get taken over, because Cell is evil, 100%, but Cell would have rejected the power. And King Cold is a very powerful threat. King Cold wants revenge on what happened to him, as true, Babidi could have done Frieza, but Frieza's not powerful enough. He did try to take over Cell's mind, but Cell's way too stubborn. He's not going to let some wizard take him over. Cell would have rejected it. And the spell can be rejected. We saw this in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, where Vegeta could have rejected it. He even said it himself, that he could have rejected it if he wanted to. Even Supreme Kai said it's possible. Vegeta allowed himself to be taken over so he can get stronger. Well, King Cold would do this to save his own skin. That's his whole character. He would do whatever he can to survive. So that's what he did. So he's technically still dead, but he's still living through Babidi's magic. So King Cold is very powerful because the Babidi's magic is increasing his power massively. Well, what'll happen here is King Cold would then step out and meet the other Z Fighters who were shocked to see him, as they don't really recognize him at first. Goku doesn't, of course, since he wasn't there, but they realize that, wait, he was the guy that was next to Frieza, like his father or something? And it was correct. Piccolo even confirmed that. Because remember, Piccolo can hear everything from far away. He heard the whole conversation that they had between each other. So King Cold is alive and he's furious and he's ready to have his revenge. He's only gotten stronger since because of Babidi's magic, and he's also been fighting for Babidi as well. Yeah, Babidi's been giving a lot of energy to King Cold to make him as strong as possible to defend him. So yeah, King Cold's pretty powerful. Well, I think this is when Gohan would then step up, and this is after they defeated Pui Pui and Yakon. Gohan would then step up and go fight King Cold. Now, what about Goku and Vegeta? Well, Vegeta would still be taken over by Babidi. I think Vegeta would still allow himself to be taken over to try and beat Kakarot, as Goku still died similar, and he still surpassed Vegeta. So Vegeta would still, Vegeta thought he would never have a chance to fight Goku again. So yeah, Vegeta wants to have his rematch. So Vegeta would allow himself to be taken over, and him and Goku would still have their battle, so they would then go off to another location with Babidi's help. Now as for Gohan, Gohan was beating the heck out of King Cold, while King Cold was in his second form now, mind you. King Cold would then evolve, he would then go into his third form, and while his third form is very powerful, I would say it's definitely around second form Cell level. It's not really enough to really push Gohan. Gohan is too strong, he would have overpowered it. And Gohan is still in his base form. Well, King Cold would then go to his fourth form. And now this is where we can have a problem. He would then go 100%, bulking up in size, and he would start overpowering Gohan very easily. Now, Piccolo can't really help out much because he's Piccolo, but he does try though. Piccolo is a little bit stronger than he was in the original because he's training with Gohan for 7 years, but it's not that much of a difference, but he will still try to help. But he's just getting in the way, so he backs off. while Gohan would then go Super Saiyan and the fight would then commence. Now, Gohan was holding his own very well against King Cold, and he was starting to get the upper hand, because remember, Frieza's race struggles to go to 100%. King Cold has never done this really before, so it has a stamina issue. Frieza even stated that. While it's incredible for battle, it does have a stamina issue. Well, King Cold would then evolve. He would then go into his 5th form. Now, we know that Cooler was the only being who had this form technically in the movie, but if King Cold is more of a freak than Cooler is, why couldn't he do it? It would be really cool, and he's also been getting stronger via Babidi all this time, so it's going to mutate him and get it even stronger. Now Gohan would then transform into a Super Saiyan 2. But the battle was very, very, very intense, as King Cold was ridiculously powerful. Gohan was struggling. King Cold's power almost rivaled that of Majin Buu, maybe even stronger. That's how powerful he actually has become because of Babidi's help. And Gohan was struggling, but Gohan was barely able to hang on. But now, of course, while King Cold was fighting, Gohan's brother Goten would then step in and hit him right in the stomach, as Goten's been training for these past years. Remember Gohan started training when he was around 4, and Chi-Chi was against it, but I think Gohan would kind of convince her, as long as he keeps his studies up, it's fine. So Goten's potential is even more busted than Gohan, as that's been proven. So Goten, of course, is not even remotely close to as strong as King Cold or Gohan. That's not even remotely close. I would say he's probably around 2nd form Cell level. That's lowballing him, too, because of how strong he is. And he, of course, has Super Saiyan. He is a lot stronger than Trunks is currently. Yeah, Goten is a little ridiculous, but what I think we'll see here is when King Cold would then hit Goten with his tail, and it would nearly kill him, almost breaking his neck. This is when I think Gohan would snap. And no, Gohan will not unlock the Beast form, okay? Not yet. This is when Gohan would then snap and break his limits, as even Goku and Vegeta can sense it. Gohan's power skyrockets, and Gohan transforms into a Super Saiyan 3. With his rage, he has now unlocked a new level of strength. Why didn't Gohan unlock Beast? Well, it's because Gohan's only unlocked Beast because he started fighting more like a human mentally. And some people like to add the mystic side also added to Beast, but I don't really think they're kind of 2 different forms. As even in Xenoverse 2, any race can unlock the Beast form. Well, I like to think that Gohan was fighting more like a human than anything else, but no, there's no Beast form yet. But Gohan would unlock Super Saiyan 3. Now, Gohan would waste 0 time and absolutely annihilate King Cold in their battle, easily overpowering him, and he would have killed King Cold and defeated him. Now, as for Goku and Vegeta, they would have continued on their match, but there's one downside. Majin Buu is now born. Even the battle between King Cold and Gohan was more than enough energy to revive Majin Buu. Now that Majin Buu was revived, Goku can sense that Majin Buu isn't all evil. He can sense it from far away. But he was also distracted fighting Vegeta, who's not stopping. He still wants to fight Goku, and Goku's in his 2nd grade Super Saiyan. And he is holding off Vegeta really well, by the way. Vegeta doesn't have much of a chance against Goku. But Goku was trying to fight him for now. Well, Gohan would still be in a Super Saiyan 3 form. He would then fight Majin Buu. Now, Gohan is stronger than Majin Buu. He's a little bit stronger than Goku was as a Super Saiyan 3 at this time, so he would have overpowered Majin Buu pretty easily, and Gohan's not going to be as merciful, and I think Majin Buu, in my opinion, would get so angry as Babidi's watching that he would then split in half. They would then see him split because he's getting beaten so badly. Now, we know that it took extreme anger, such as Hercule dying and etc., but I think that Buu just came out, he has no candy, no nothing, and Gohan's talking trash too, which makes him even mad, because that's how Gohan is. Gohan is the Crash Out King, and this would then make Majin Buu so furious that he would then transform and split in half, thus having Evil Buu. And I think Gohan would be in shock, as Evil Buu would waste no time and start attacking Fat Buu. And Gohan would then see that Fat Buu is pure good now, he can sense it. Now, Fat Buu, out of desperation, would try firing his candy beam, but Evil Buu would then spit it right back at Buu, blowing it back at him, and he would then turn into candy. Gohan watched in shock, as he didn't know about the candy beam. They had no clue it was a thing. He would then watch Evil Buu eat him, and he would then transform into Super Buu. Now, Babidi was more than happy, because he's like, now this is more like your original form, you're even taller now, this is incredible. Now you're stronger than ever. Super Buu would then just aim his hand, not even looking at Babidi, and he will kill him. Because he has no room for Babidi to tell him what to do. Even Fat Buu was able to be kind of manipulated with food, but Super Buu's not an idiot. He's actually very intelligent. And maybe I'll make that a membership video with how intelligent Super Buu actually was. But he would then look to Gohan, and he wants a rematch. Now, there's one downside, though. Gohan's starting to get tired because the Super Saiyan 3 form is draining a lot of energy. Well, during this time, Goku would then sense that. I think he would have delivered a couple powerful attacks to Vegeta to stun him. And he would have explained, Vegeta, I'm holding back, and you know I am. This fight is over. We need to do the right thing, and we gotta go stop this Buu creature from attacking Gohan. Please. I think Vegeta would then swallow his pride. And remember, Goku does have a Senzu Bean. Now, Goku doesn't really need the Senzu Bean, I'm telling you. Vegeta really needs it, because Vegeta was pretty jacked up. Well, I think Goku will give Vegeta half the Senzu Bean, so Vegeta at least gets his energy back. Because Gohan might need it too, and if they all team up, they can probably beat Super Buu. Once when they do arrive, it was too late. As Gohan was battling, Buu is not an idiot. He knows about Goku's strength. He can feel it. He can feel Goku has a lot of hidden power. And of course, he can also sense Vegeta. He knows that Gohan, in his current state, is very powerful. And there's even Piccolo and Krillin and the others. Well, this is when, and of course there's Goten too. Well, this is when I believe that Super Buu would then wait for Vegeta and them to arrive. And he would finally then absorb Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Goten. And it was too late. They didn't make it in time. Now he's more like Buuhan, which I'm going to call him that. As now, he's not ready to kill them all. As in terms of power levels, he's not as strong as he was originally because it was Mystic Gohan. Now, and also too, he absorbed Gotenks. I would say though, you can throw him near the levels of Buu-Tank's level. But that's even pushing it. But he is a lot stronger than way stronger than he originally was. But he is near the level of Buu-Tank. Not like Buuhan originally from DBZ when he fought Vegeta. Not even close. Well, this is when I think Vegeta realizes that we have a severe issue. This is when I think, as remember too, the Supreme Kai and the Kabuto Kai is there, by the way, or mainly Kabuto Kai. This is when I think Vegeta has one option. Vegeta would then tell Kakarot to give him the rest of the Senzu Bean. While Goku reaches for it, he knocks him out. Buu was shocked. He's like, why did you just do that? And Vegeta states, I want to fight you myself. And Kabuto Kai would then realize what Vegeta was about to do. He would then use Kai Kai and instantly take Goku away. And Buu was a little mad because he wanted to absorb Goku, but now he can't. But I guess Vegeta will do. Vegeta said, you can damn well try, but it's not going to work. Vegeta would then begin glowing in power, as Vegeta would then do his self-explosion technique to try and kill this Majin, as he's almost atoning for his sins for what he did. And he would even say goodbye to Kakarot. Now, of course, we know that this does not kill... It didn't even kill Fat Buu, so it's not going to kill Super Buu. It did blast him in small pieces, but he's still fully recovered, so he's fine. Well, Vegeta's life was just wasted. And here's another problem. Well, Goku only has a little bit of time left. Now, luckily, he didn't go Super Saiyan 3 or anything past that, so he does have a few more hours left. And he doesn't really know what to do. But then, I think during this time when they do bring them there, and Goku was brought, Goku would ask if they can bring Vegeta there as well, if that's a possibility. And Baba would then help them by also giving Vegeta 24 hours to bring him back, so Vegeta was in the Kai world as well. But now, of course, if Vegeta dies, he's gone forever. Well, what are they going to do now? And well, the Supreme Kai states that, well, if you use the Z-Sword, then they can be defeated. Now, Goku's not a sword guy, but I think Vegeta would try giving it a try first. And I think Vegeta would be able to lift it. And Goku didn't even try it first initially, because Goku's not much of a sword guy. But Vegeta would give it a shot. If that gives him more power, he'll do it. So Vegeta tried it, and he was able to lift a Z-Sword. Now, hold on, what's Super Buu doing? Well, Super Buu was just traveling around the world, eating candy, doing whatever he wanted. Now, we know initially, he did want to just destroy Earth and get it over with. He could have destroyed all the humans, and, you know, that's completely up to you if you want to say that he destroyed planet Earth if you wanted to. Well, now they're stuck, and now they need to get stronger. The Z-Sword is the only way. So what could happen is I think he would kill all the humans on the Earth, because he could even spare them, because now they're unlimited candy supply. So he can, you know, there's over 8 billion people on the planet with tons of candy around the Earth. Why would he waste it? But now he would probably just explore around the universe to try and find people to kill. That's probably exactly what would happen. Well, while Vegeta and Goku were spending the next couple hours training the Z-Sword, Goku doesn't really like it as much. It's not a style, but Vegeta would learn. And he would very quickly start adapting to the Z-Sword, getting better at it. Now they would then test it out on Ketchin. Once when they do throw Ketchin at the Z-Sword, it would shatter, thus freeing Elder Kai. Now that Elder Kai was now free, he would then tell them, and they would then get the fill on what's all going on. He would explain, well, I can unlock your potentials, but I need to sense you first. And he would sense Goku, but he quickly realizes that Goku already had his potential unlocked by Bardock, if you remember. As the Namekian did unlock Goku's potential in Daima, so it's a similar concept. True, I know it's not Mystic, but come on now. Now, as for Vegeta, he does sense that Vegeta had evil intentions before, but he can sense that his heart is in a different place now, and he did sacrifice himself. So Elder Kai states, you know, Vegeta, you do have incredible potential, and we need to defeat this Buu creature. Fine. I'll give it a whirl. We don't have any other choice. Now, he would then begin unlocking his potential, and while Buu was still doing insane devour on the planet, Buu would start getting full because he's eating the whole world. He's trying to get bored. There's nothing else to do. No one else to fight. He's probably just going to blow up the Earth soon. And this is when I believe that Goku would realize that they need to hurry up. Luckily, Vegeta would then finish on time, getting his potential unlocked. There's a problem though, he only has 24 hours, but they'll get to that later. Now, Vegeta, I think what would happen here is Kibito Kai would then step forward and state, Vegeta, take my life force, and I want you to go down there and defeat Majin Buu. And Vegeta would begin his match with Gohan. Vegeta would be in his mystic form, and he would actually start overpowering Gohan. Now, we know that Vegeta's potential is not as high as Gohan. Vegeta was stronger than Gohan in his base form, but Vegeta is comparable, in my opinion, to Buu in terms of power, because he's gotten a lot stronger in base form, and he was stronger than Gohan in general, but he has less potential than Gohan, so that does kind of even each other out. He would actually be able to fight Gohan pretty well, and actually pretty much fight him almost dead even, as Vegeta's not wasting any time. But there's one downside though, Vegeta will start getting overpowered. Why is that? Well, it's because Gohan doesn't really get tired. He has almost unlimited energy, he can fight forever. Vegeta, on the other hand, is getting overwhelmed with Buu's abilities. Now, this is when I think Vegeta would almost get absorbed because Buu was tricking him. Goku would save Vegeta by firing a Ki Blast, stopping his tail from absorbing him. Goku would then tell Vegeta to step back and let them handle this. One other thing, they could also do Potara Fusion. Goku would still have the earring, same with Vegeta, as Elder Kai gave it to them before they left, and he would explain that if you cannot defeat them, then you need to fuse now. Well, I think what would happen here personally is Goku would not need to fuse. Or would he? What would happen here is Goku and Vegeta would then put the earrings on because they realize that Gohan will only get getting stronger. I know Goku can go Super Saiyan 4, we'll get into that in a minute. But Goku realizes that if he does turn Super Saiyan 4, or even Super Saiyan 3, he'll run out of time and he won't be able to beat Buu in time, and then he could just go back to the other world and now he's screwed. What else can he do? And then Buu could just destroy the whole world if he wanted to, and then everybody loses. They would then use the Potara earrings and fuse into Vegeta. Now Vegeta was just pretty much the same strength as the original. He would purposely beat up Gohan for the whole hour, nearly an hour, just to pretty much get him angry enough to absorb him, which was his whole plan. He would then go into Buu's body, and then he would then free everybody else. Now, if you remember, of course, the magic with them were the earrings off, or in the more canon version, he ran out of time, and he would then revert back to normal. Vegeta would then destroy the earrings, same with Goku, as they're not going to do that fusion thing no more. Now, this is when we would have them free everybody. And yes, Vegeta would even free up Fat Buu. Once when they did this though, and they escaped his body, Kid Buu was there. Well, since Kid Buu was there, they were actually able to save Fat Buu and a couple others, but sadly, Kid Buu would have destroyed the whole planet. Goku was able to escape just in time, as Hercule and even B was there, as Hercule was trying to go defeat the Buu monster. So it was Mr. Satan B and then the Fat Buu, but everyone else is gone. Now Kid Buu's just traveling around destroying everybody. Now that they're stuck on Kai's world, they don't know what to do. As Kibito Kai would then give his life to Goku, thus giving Goku his life back, and he would say, "Don't waste it." Now they would then bring them to the land of the Kais. And of course, Supreme Kai then will be far away, so Kid Buu doesn't kill him. Goku would then power up and then summon Kid Buu. This is when Goku would not be on a time hunch. He would then begin battling Kid Buu, of course being in Super Saiyan first. And he would handle himself very well, actually, as Goku in Super Saiyan is already stronger than he was as a Super Saiyan 2, fighting Kid Buu originally, way stronger, so he's able to hold his own. Now, Goku would then go to Super Saiyan 2, and he's actually comparable to when he was in Super Saiyan 3, even stronger. Meaning that he can fight Kid Buu, but Kid Buu's still playing games. He's still messing around. As then, Goku doesn't have a choice. Goku would then show off his new form. He didn't want to do it because of Vegeta. He didn't want to destroy Vegeta's pride, but he wants to kill Kid Buu now and not waste time. Super Saiyan 3 is a very powerful transformation. By the way, he could have easily killed Kid Buu in Super Saiyan 3, but it does have a stamina issue, and he doesn't want to take any chances. But Super Saiyan 4 is his most powerful state, and he has no ki drain in that form. He can fight in it perfectly. Well, Goku would then begin powering up. He would then go back to base form, and Kid Buu was waiting, a bit confused. Goku would then go into Super Saiyan 1, and Vegeta was shocked seeing this, watching what he was doing. Super Saiyan 2, he would then go into Super Saiyan 3, and he would then rip his shirt off and then transform into a Super Saiyan 4, climbing up on the rock. And everybody was shocked. Supreme Kai had no clue he had his power. Vegeta was so furious that Kakarot was one step ahead. Kid Buu was really ecstatic but shocked by Goku's power. They would then clash and begin their fight. Now Vegeta would have the same speech that he originally did. He would accept that Goku is number one. He is better for now. As Kid Buu would try punching Goku, but it wouldn't do anything. Goku was just smirking at him. As Goku would then tell Kid Buu that you're not, you were the most powerful being I've ever fought yet. And originally, when you first showed up, you weren't all evil. But then once when you split the evil one, you became different. You became evil, and you enjoyed it. But now that we freed the goodness within you, I would hope maybe we'll have a little one-on-one again in the future. I'd like that, as it'll be fun to fight you even more. Goku would waste no time, and he would shoot a Kamehameha wave and completely incinerate Kid Buu, killing him. Now King Yama did listen to his wish, so basically Buu was reincarnated to Oob, so that would still happen. And now that Kid Buu was completely gone and he was wiped out from existence, there was finally peace back on Earth. Well, technically Earth's dead. Well, they would then just go to Namek, just like before, and they would then use the Namekian Dragon Balls to then wish Earth back and all its people and everybody that was killed by Majin Buu, so everything was back to normal. So everybody was fine. Now, also too, since everybody was back on Earth, peace was finally restored to everything. On a faraway planet, a certain divine being was slumbering, but he would then twitch a little bit in his sleep after sensing Goku's power when he transformed. And he would start having dreams about a Saiyan God, a being that can rival his power. And that is it for part 2, you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys have given me for part 1, which is actually doing the best so far in February. It's really doing very, very well. Even beating the Jiren Ki Control one, which was really good. And I really do appreciate that you guys really like the power scaling of the forms and the form multipliers. As the last part was really difficult to make, actually, because I had to kind of glaze over a couple of sagas, and that does go against the time scaling of my videos because I make them over 40 minutes long. So, but I figured it out, and I did do more of a recap from the Saiyan saga to the Frieza arc for people who have not seen Dragon Ball yet. Maybe they're just checking out What Ifs to see if it's cool. So that's the reason why. So I like to please the whole audience. But thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the absolute best. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers. And if you made it this far, say W in the chat and say hashtag made it. As well, let's get this video to over 400 likes. If it gets to 400 likes, I shall continue on to the finale. Thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Peace.